What's the stupidest thing you've heard a person say aloud in public?
Does an egg get boiled before or after it comes out of the chicken?
My friend has said two of the stupidest things I've ever heard. We were discussing climate change solutions in class and she says, "Can't we fill a hot air balloon with all the carbon dioxide and send it into space? And regarding deforestation, why don't we just clone fully grown trees?"
Pigs don't have blood. My coworker trying to explain his belief that pigs don't have a heart, blood, or veins, which is why they're white meat.
Does myself count? I was shopping with my spouse after our child was born. We were in the baby aisle. She picked up a bottle of baby oil, which prompted me to ask aloud, "Wait, baby oil is actually for babies?" A woman who had been walking into the aisle laughed audibly and immediately walked away. On the bus full of high school students, she's half Asian, half Chinese.
A bit late to the party, but I heard a woman explain to another woman how planes don't actually fly from America to Europe, they just hang in the sky motionless while the earth moves below them, until Europe appears and then they land. Edit. Wow, this blew up. Also thanks for the silver and gold.
In retaliation for 9/11 we should bomb the Taj Mahal. Birds are mammals, right? No, they're birds, I know, but they're still mammals, right?
Standing at the foot of the Jesus statue in Rio de Janeiro, I heard an American ask his tourist guide, "Are these mountains natural or man-made?"
Him. I'm vegan but I still eat chicken and turkey, so can I get the Cuban, a sandwich with pulled pork and ham, made with turkey instead of the ham? Me. Sure, so do you want me to take the pulled pork off, or make it with double turkey? Him. No, leave that on. Me. Visible confusion, okay? He comes back later with his lady all mad saying he wants a new sandwich because he didn't know pulled pork was from pig and he doesn't eat pig because he's vegan. I also forgot to mention the sandwich comes with cheese. He didn't complain about that part. Coworker at my old job while we were setting up for Black Friday. It's pretty crazy that Black Friday actually falls on a Friday this year.
Earth is flat because if it would be round, then it would bounce.
Whilst on Thailand, I had someone say, "I don't like it, there are just too many Asians here."
Chickens are not animals, they crap eggs, said a friend who is trying to explain how she can eat poultry and be vegan at the same time. Edit for the people who want to give her the benefit of the doubt. This woman is 24 years old today and I've known her for 10 years. We went to high school together. I once had to convince this woman that she is in fact 22, not 21. She thought she was 21 and it took me and a team of 4 other people and her id to prove to her mathematically that she is 22 years of age.
Shortly after 9/11, my wife and I were in the UK. On the way home, the customs officer at the airport was dead serious. "Officer, are you a US citizen?" Wife, "Yes." "Officer, it says here you were born in New Mexico. So when did you become a US citizen?" Wife, "At birth." "New Mexico is in the US." Officer, "No it isn't. It's in Mexico. That's why it has Mexico in the name." Phones don't run on electricity, they run on batteries. Said in that condescending "This is so obvious" voice.
Breastfeeding is unnatural. Girl in my year 11 health class.
I heard 2 girls talking about baking when one said she wanted to try baking a bread at home but she didn't know how to make the crust of the bread. She also said she was thinking about baking the crust only because she liked it more than the rest of the bread. She truly thought that the crust was made separately.
Yo. Harry Potter isn't a book. It's a movie.
When I worked in Congress, I frequently gave tours of the Capitol. As I was wrapping up the tour, one of the constituents asked me to explain the difference between the Capitol and the White House. Okay, sure, not everyone is knowledgeable about American government. I gave them a quick explanation and figured it would be sufficient. Nope, I was clearly mistaken. I then proceeded to listen to this person loudly proclaim that I was incorrect and that the White House is the same thing as the Capitol, bruh.
I've probably heard worse at some point, but I remember sitting in the Starbucks on campus and this girl was telling this guy about her trip to Italy, and at one point the guy goes, "So where do you want to go next?" And she says, "I've never been to Europe before, so hopefully that." Lol.
Ivory comes from elephants, ebony comes from rhinoceroses. Me, ebony is a type of wood. God, you're a dumbass. Me, Edit, just so there is no confusion, not my SO.
Since when has anyone died from getting stabbed?
I got 400 days absence in a year but still passed high school. A friend dropped this when we were measuring dicks on how we got away with things. Edit, we were in the metro and some white collars around us woke up from their autopilot mode and noticeably laughed. Edit 2, he made it clear it was days, not hours.
My gym has just refinished the men's locker room. It came out that there would only be personal showers, not community ones. I overheard two gentlemen in their 60-70s. This is all because of the millennials. What are millennials? Younger people, you know they've never been in the army or navy.
Where are your extra medium dog sweaters?
Not me, but my dad has heard. I set out all these bird feeders and bird baths but not one bird comes to my yard. I bet it is all those pesticides that crop duster is laying down in the field. Local school board member, as they were standing in her 5-acre yard with 20 or more cats running around.
I was in line at a KFC when the guy in front of me asked, how many pieces of chicken are in a 15-piece bucket?
Two grandmas talking in France. Well, there is definitely more wind ever since the fall of the Berlin Wall. They were dead serious. I heard that as a kid and I still laugh at it.
There is a starlet in my country who's famous, I don't know, for being famous I guess. Here are some of best-ofs, translated. I would bulldoze down Church of Street Dana, built in 9th century, and build an older one. Greetings to my parents, especially mom and dad. I'd love to have more self-confidence in other people. I'm always included in mobbing. I have 5 mobile phones. She never ceases to amaze. For all those asking for a name, a Redditor in the comments below mentions it.
During World War II history class, a girl actually thought the front line was a piece of rope held by the troops.